Right. Good morning. Good morning, Chef. Chef Him.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning to all the people watching on the live stream and most especially those watching on the replay. Join us for our discussion with Chef Him Uy de Baron. And we'll be talking about his latest adventure or our project Himpossible.
Yep,
And siguro kwentuhan na rin tayo what happened in 2020 and what's
sure.
happening today. So, if you're joining us during the live stream, you could actually comment on the comment section below. Join us for this morning discussion with Chef Him de Baron. Well, Chef Him Uy de Baron. My name is
Yep.
Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet. All right. Thank you. And we're here talking to thank you for All right, Game Chef. Maybe for those people who are not familiar with you, can you do a short introduction and then let's talk about what happened in 2020 for you?
Sure. My name is Chef M. Uidibaran. Thank you, Anton and Rach, for having me on your show. It was great to see you guys in first online doing one of our classes, second in Boracay. Now, again, my name is Chef M. Uidibaran. I have been a chef for since I think 2021, 2021 to 2001. So about 20 years in the industry. I've done different different things. I've been a consultant. I've been a restaurateur, um, and have you know uh, been in the industry for again about 20 years.
Okay. And okay, Game. So I know you were part of ABS-CBN before. And what happened ba during that in 2020? During the
Yeah,
lockdown and going to this mode?
yeah. Backstory lang kasi noon. Around 2018, I think I was called by someone from ABS-CBN, and I wanted to entertain the. No, no. I mean, in my heart right now, at that moment in 2008, I was quite content. I was doing a lot of consultancy. I was with Tasteless Group, Pizza Express, Hannah Marukin, and doing other
Oh,
things.
nga.
I was still with
Yes, yes.
Restance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of things were going on. 2000, I was quite content. I was happy. They called me, and I said, "Sige, I'll take a look." Kala ko magiging action star na ako. So I went to the meeting. And looked at what they were trying to do because EBS-CBN, I was a chef. They were trying to do something in F&B, and they showed me like a 5-year plan that they were trying to do, and it really blew my socks off. Parang, wow, you're doing this. Parang, that's awesome. And it was one of those projects that parang talaga, wow. I mean, I don't think I'm not sure if I'm capable to do this, but it's just too great to pass up. And so sabi ko, sige, but I did jump right away because I had my hesitations. Again, I was content with my consultancy. It was my own
Oo.
business. Um, and I'm going into a full-time corporate job.
Mhm.
And I've never done that. So I prayed about it, consulted my family, talked to my wife. And after a while, I said, well, sige, let's try, let's go do it. But I had to tell them, okay, hindi ako sanay, ganito, ganyan, you have to help me out. This is I like creating things. So parang I basically tell you not to put me in a box. But sabi
Oo.
na, sige, let's do this. Let's do it. And Gabby Lopez himself was the one who hired me and interviewed me.
Wow.
And he was the one who pitched the big, great idea. I was like, okay, I'm in. Let's do this. So that was 2019, early 2019. I joined them, and I started doing stuff for them in the F&B. The big picture was they were building a multi-billion uh, uh, theme park that
Mm.
wasn't yeah, an entry level theme park. It was really in
Oo.
the level of Disney.
Okay.
And a big part
Wow.
of it was going to be F&B. So parang we had to make sure the big part of the revenue was going to be F&B. So we had to make sure that
Oo.
people weren't just obligated to eat there, but it was a destination for food. So
Wow.
we
Wow,
decided
galing,
they already had. they already had Kidzania.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
and I was
Other-
gonna do things there also. So it took a while for me to kind of get blended in. And then so 2019, we were starting to do it. I went to Orlando even to go visit Disney. Uh, took a look at what they were
Wow.
doing there and what we could learn. And there was a big IAPA convention. It's basically all the the theme park association of the world. So
Oh,
it was in Orlando. We even went there, learned so many things. And it was so exciting talagang really exciting stuff that
yeah.
we were trying to build. And then 220 came about, and the back of our heads talaga naman, alam naman namin that there was this brewing thing about the franchise. But we were quite
Oh.
confident naman no, na parang we
Mm-mm.
knew. I mean, ABS was paying their taxes. They were
Mhm.
they were very strict with their labor, and so we were confident that it would be a bit of wrangling, but we will eventually get the franchise.
Oo.
So
Yes.
220 hit, and then pandemic. And they without batting an eyelash, he said, "Okay, work from home. No one gets cut. No one gets We'll still continue doing this." And I really admired
Wow.
the management and the bosses,
Mhm.
and kept their word to it. And then until yun yeah, the whole thing came apart. They got
Mm.
dismantled. And sino ang apektado? I mean, it's us, the
Oh, the
workers.
new project, no?
The whole project fell apart. F&B got cut. I had a huge amount of staff with me. They all lost their jobs, apart
Wow.
from the 6,000 or so that others that got retrenched. We were a part of it. So yeah, so that's what happened. Uh, it was a unicorn project for
Idea.
me. I was so excited. I was into it. First time to be in a corporate job, but I was
First
very
time.
excited.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it was my first time. That's why I was very hesitant. Kasi nga, I mean, I was always my own
Oo, 'di ba?
boss.
Parang entrepreneur
Uh,
before in
yeah,
business.
I was an entrepreneur going into a corporate job late into my career. So it was a big transition. Pero it was such it was a project of a lifetime.
Oo. So what happened, chef? 'Di ba all the restaurant were affected na already by the time that happened. So what happened after that?
Well, yun yeah. During the pandemic, we were still open. Kasi we opened some restaurants for the F&B of ABS already. That includes the farm, uh, a burger joint called Heroes Burger, and a few other
Mm,
things that we were doing. But hindi naman siya ganun ka-affected because it wasn't. Those were trial projects. Basically, we
okay.
were trying to learn about how we could scale, how we could price it, of course, operations and the
Mhm.
branding. So we were trying to set up and open up F&B ideas and concepts already in preparation for the opening of the theme park. So that by the
Ah,
time it opens, we were ready. The brand was ready. Plus, meron ng
mhm.
acceptance ng brand. Meron ng parang
Oo.
brand
Yes.
recall. So the Heroes
Oo,
Burger was
yes.
one of them. So may Darna Burger, Lastic Man Burger. So it was content of ABS-CBN. And it was organic
Wow.
burger that we were
Oo.
selling for at the price of, almost like a champ.
Oo. Did so all the resto concepts nawala na rin or may
Wala
natuloy
na,
na
wala na. Yeah.
nawala na
Yeah,
rin
I got
din?
retrenched 2020 ng October. Pero by June pa lang, you kind of knew that we had to wind down already. And
Oo.
yeah, it was really heartbreaking. Not just for me, but I had to sit down with my staff and tell them to no fault of theirs, they were gonna lose their jobs.
Mm.
And so it was
Wow.
heartbreaking.
Grabe, no? And let's talk about yung Himpossible. Paano nangyari yung Himpossible? But before we talk about that, LBJD says hi. Always blessed whenever he does transition in church service. Anong church mo, chef?
Yeah, yeah. I go to Victory in Pasig.
Victory. Ah, okay, okay. And Manny
Yeah.
says hi. Anyway, nasagot mo na the project mo, the
Ay,
ABS. so, so paano nangyari tong Himpossible? Is this part of, kasi parang when I look at it, kusina kapamilya pa rin, di ba? So what happened? What's the story behind Himpossible?
okay, no, yeah, it's two different things. So, ituloy ko na, yung isa, you already mentioned Kusina Kapamilya. Well, yun yeah, it was heartbreaking to lose all those, the team that we had. No, they were competent, and they really just wanted to work and provide service. So I encouraged them to put up a co-op, and we helped
Ah,
them put up the money for it, just to start it. Kasi meron ng ano, we were already doing ready-to-eat meals, frozen items in the ABS. So pinaalam ko sa ABS. Sabi ko, ABS, I mean, you're shutting down the F&B anyway. Can we buy some of the stuff?
oo.
And nagpa-print na ng mga stickers, buy them, hindi nyo naman nagagamitin yon, and let our ex-employees use them for a business. So,
Okay.
in the good heartedness of ABS, they allowed it. Sabi, sige, go ahead. They sold it at a really very reasonable price. They allowed us to use some of the recipes that they for years were cooking in ABS, no? So yung tapa, adobo, ganyan. Uh, items that were simple, but it was home to 9,000 people in ABS-CBN. And that was comfort food for them. These were what the employees were eating. These were what the bosses were eating. These were what the talents, the artists were ordering in 9501. So pinagpatuloy nila yung through Kusina Kapamilya. Now it's frozen, ready to eat meals. And they're in IG and Facebook. So if anyone's interested to order from them,
Oo.
they're a
What's
co-op
the,
of Kusina Kapamilya in Facebook and Instagram.
kasi merong may kusina kapamilya, tama?
Yes, tama.
Okay. Oo, may kusina kapamilya.
Yeah. So that's different from Himpossible naman. Himpossible, I started
Yes,
that
Himpossible.
um, mga June, July, mga 2 months before October, August, I started thinking about what I should do
Oo.
after my with EBS, no. Uh, Syempre kailangan magtrabaho, and the sad fact, may pandemya. The restaurants weren't doing well also. And plus the online uh, business got really crowded really fast with
Oh, really
work
fast, no? Ang
from,
bilis eh.
yeah, everyone, yung kapitbahay mo, yung tita mo, lola mo, was selling some sort of tapa.
Oo.
So I didn't really want to get in there and duke it out, no. Hindi naman sa I didn't want, but I said, what else can I do to kind of be different and not just be another cloud kitchen. I mean,
Yeah.
kudos to those who doing cloud kitchen. I have nothing again, but it's just parang what else can I do apart from a cloud kitchen? And I went back to one of the things I really loved doing was I remembered when I got back here in 2001. I came back from Australia. I worked there and I studied there for a while. One of the first jobs I took was a teaching job with Rob
Mhm.
Tengson in ICA. So I taught there, and I really fell in love with teaching. Uh, just being able to impart something and being able to see them use those skills and knowledge that we were trying to impart was very rewarding. So
Oo.
sabi ko, okay, what can I do with that, with that passion to be able to teach? So yun, I started trying out first with friends. Syempre, lockdown na, naghirap mag-deliver. So, kapitbahay
Oo.
nila, people in the neighborhood. So, if you want to do a cooking class at cost, I'll send you the kit, and then we'll do it over Zoom. Let's see what happens.
Oo.
And me and my wife sat down and said, okay, from start to the end, let's think about the journey, how it could be a acceptable and pleasurable experience for our students.
Oo.
So from booking, from receiving the class deck, from receiving their cooking kits, from knowing what to do with those kits, all the way until Zoom and after Zoom. So
Mhm.
kasi the goal is to impart and teach. So gusto natin,
Mm-mm.
we want them to be able to replicate those dishes. So we also share our suppliers so that they can replicate. So
Okay.
yung mga suppliers that we use also are friends and people that we trust so that we kind of help each other out also. So yung mga suppliers na yun now have a bigger client base. Um, and yeah, so doon nag-start yung Himpossible.
And so you're targeting people who don't have culinary knowledge, or are you targeting people na just wanted to cook like a particular cuisine? What was the
Uh,
motivation behind?
yeah, honestly, during that time, yun nga, nagkakaroon na ng, ano, ng cooking fatigue. Parang ano naman, anong klaseng kaldereta na naman lulutuin ko? May cheese, may chili, may ano. So parang, I just saw that people were kind of getting tired cooking the same thing. So I kind of, we wanted to give recipes that were comfort food. Pero the difficulty sometimes is not really the recipe. It's sourcing the ingredients. Lalo na if you,
Uh,
di ba, you guys did Thai. You guys did Thai.
yeah.
You will have
The-
to go to 5 different places to complete the ingredients to make your recipe, correct? Di ba?
Oo, correct.
So,
Yes. Oh,
so, 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 so part of our service, the convenience of you not having to do that, and we'll do it for you. We'll source everything for you, pre-measure them, put it in a kit, and send it to you. So
uh,
the recipe, the part of the service there is for people who didn't want to go out anymore and complete their um their
there.
ingredient list. Kasi nga napakahirap and you don't want to expose yourself to like 5 different places.
Oo. Ang galing nga eh. Like, just wanted to share, no, para people will know. So,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
took the impossible recipe, yung Thai food. And ito yung favorite namin, the green curry. Pero
yep.
favorite namin nila Rach. Pero the kids did not like green curry. Mas gusto nila itong mga pomelo salad,
The
you
pad
know, the
thai.
pad thai. And actually, when you were talking about this, sabi ko, kaya mo bang gawin? Kasi typically, like an online class, ano lang eh, usually isang ano lang, di ba? Isang dish lang eh. We've
Yeah, yeah,
attended a lot of classes like tiramisu lang. Yeah. Or
yeah,
meron kaming na-attendan before, gyoza lang, no? Parang napaka-specific lang. Pero in this case, parang you can complete 3 meals, no? And yun nga, medyo exotic, not your usual dishes.
yeah,
And so we were really surprised na it was really good. And we attended actually mga culinary school classes. Parang iba eh. Well, what's the, maybe can you, I wanted to ask you, what's your secret in being able to really teach this? Aside from, you've already said na sourcing the ingredients, diba? I think that helps out a lot. And
yeah,
then you've been sharing your sources. What have you learned
yeah, yeah.
teaching cooking online?
Yeah. Well, I think what makes us different. I mean, I'm not saying different that we're better or whatnot, but it's just different because we're doing everything at home, and it's a family business. Everyone in our home in this house contributes some one way or the other. Even my 7-year-old contributes. They are the taste testers. Kasi sabi ko nga, it's family approved and recipe tested and family approved.
Okay.
And so everyone is hands on with it. My wife Secret is the one doing the marketing for it. She's doing the kits. So talagang we pour ourselves into it. So I think that makes it a bit different. So even when di ba, once you book, you're part of a Viber group for announcements and questions and
Uh-uh.
everything. And so we personally take care of any small or big concerns our students have because
Mhm.
at the end of it, our heart is at the end of it, they have a good meal. It falls upon us. It's our responsibility to make sure that the family enjoys the work of whoever cooks it. No? So
Mhm.
from the recipe development pa lang, iniisip ko na yung mga magluluto, yung mga students ko. Okay, how can I make this simpler so that they can execute it easier at home?
Oo. Yeah.
All the way to to the cooking equipments that are used. So that's why even we partnered with Rustan's. Kasi nga may mga nagtatanong, chef, saan ako bibili ng paellera? Saan ako bibili ng ganito? So, okay, we'll partner with Rustan's. Rustan's will deliver your the items that you need for at home. So we're trying to complete the whole experience.
Okay. I wanted to ask you what are the different recipe, no? But we'll say hi lang to Christopher and Chef Mike watching.
Hi! Hey, Mike.
Chef Mike.
Dala ka naman ng burger dyan, Mike.
Oo nga naman, Mike. Okay, Chef, maybe you can share with us what were I'll show your website, no, or your Instagram. Ano ba yung mga different what are the different recipes that you teach, and then maybe ano yung mga pinaka-popular in Himpossible. So I'll show the photos. So alin dito, ano, what are the different food that you share, and recipe pala.
Okay.
Food cuisine.
Yeah. So most of our students are moms, no. Some have, some of them funny, they parang March pa lang, April kinukulit na ako ano yung menu sa April kasi they want to book the whole all of the classes because so parang hindi
Ano
na
ba
sila
to, every
mag-isip
week
tsaka mag-grocery. Sorry?
Every week yung classes, or
Yeah, right now we're doing 3 times a week na regular, but we have special classes also. So I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But for 3 classes, we do Wednesdays. Those are express. So those are 1 hour to 90 minutes, and usually there are 2 dishes. Like itong nasa you're scrolling down, the one in the middle, that's a Vietnamese bun cha. I think it comes with spring roll. So yeah, it's designed for moms during the weekday to have something simple and quick to eat. So those are Wednesdays, those are express. And then on Fridays we have repeats. So these are popular items we've done before, and now we're doing a repeat of it for new students. So like tomorrow is a Friday, we're doing K-Town, which is kimchi fried rice and wagyu beef bulgogi. So those are simple also.
Nandito ba yan?
Sorry?
Nandito ba yan sa Instagram mo? Wala.
Yeah, it should be there.
Bulgogi, no?
Bulgogi nasa baba siya. Like itong Korean ramen, the one in the... sige, akit mo muna. That was the class yesterday, yung ramen. This one.
This one?
Taas pa. Upper screen. Itong nasa gitna with the egg. Yan. That was a class yesterday, but that's express. So the Korean ramen was very popular. We had to close the class early kasi ang daming gusto mag-book. I guess because of the K-drama, no? So that's one thing more in our class. It's kind of exciting in the class. We talk about different things. So yesterday I asked them, okay, I guess you guys like Korean food, but also because you watch K-drama. So they started sharing about what K-dramas they watch. And, it was very funny and interesting. All these moms and people watching K-dramas. And then we did parang Korean fried chicken, 2 kinds. So this was 90 minutes. It was very quick. So after the class, we asked them for photos, we asked them for feedback, we send a Google form on how we can improve our service. But most of the time, 98% it's a successful dinner for them. So that makes us happy.
So let's clarify it. You do it during afternoon in time for dinner all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Always in time for dinner. So the kits are good for 4 to 5 people.
Okay.
So it's really for family because it's the size of my family. So 4 to 5. And that's the recipe size because I'm cooking for my family. So but we also asked if they want to upgrade it. If they want to, let's say, sometimes we did a maki class. And of course, they wanted to make more maki and they send it out to their family and their friends. So may upgrade yon. So you can double it.
So may upgrade. Ano ba yan? Design ba yan for 3 girls yung family mo, chef? Yung portions mo? Hindi naman.
Kaya nga 4 to 5.
Okay. Chef, so ano yung mga cuisines that you teach para for people to know?
Yeah. Well, different kinds. Basically, these are recipes I've done previously in my career. I've done Peruvian, so we do Peru. We've done Peruvian. We do a lot of Japanese. We've done ramen. We've done sushi. We've done a bit of Greek because we like Mediterranean. Uh, we've done a lot of Chinese, especially in Chinese New Year. We made homemade char siu. We made loke salad. All these things.
Ang dami.
Isai is a favorite. Vietnamese. So basically, things that we love to eat, and plus, what we found out, people miss traveling. So travel destinations is one of our themes. Like we have Dotonbori as
Mm.
one of our favorite classes where we make
Wow.
okonomiyaki, the
Oo.
wings, the udon noodles from Dotonbori. So those are parang themes that we do. Like yesterday's theme was it was called Gangnam Nudes kasi it was Korean and ramyeon. So
Oo.
parang
Yes.
and it's
Now,
a way for them to travel.
oo. Well, wait Chef Mike says, i-PM na daw natin address. Malapit ka lang dyan, Chef. Malayo kami.
Joke lang. Rep, order ako dyan for sure.
So Chris said, my idol about presentation, cooking idea, only Chef him. God bless. And
Thank
then
you.
Marinong Cusinero, idol. And he says, one of the best chef about modern Japanese food. So, all your
Uh,
techniques on modern Japanese food you teach? Or meron ka pang
well,
mga
yun yeah.
secret?
I have hacks that not necessarily for a professional kitchen, but for a home cook. So
Okay.
I teach them techniques and the idea behind the techniques also. So that alam nila yung ginagawa nila. And as simple as knife skills, ganyan, how to properly slice things. I like to be able to teach them that also. So also even like the all a bit history of the dish we're making, why it's called this way, ganyan, or the ingredient, and to make sure that they're listening, because it's a lot of information then sometimes. So I kind of hold back myself. But for them to stay tuned and listen in, meron din akong patrivia. So meron din akong paraffle. So I get uh, partners to provide their giveaways. So one of them is Arla. Arla's been from day one. They were my partners. So namimigay ako ng box of butter, almost a kilo of butter. So I will
Wow.
ask a question. Let's say, ganito, we talked about this recipe. What is the name of the ganyan-ganyan? So they answer it in the chat box and the winner gets it. Pinag-aagawan talaga nila because everyone wants butter. So it's either butter, cream, olive oil, and now I have a partnership with Goya, the premium olive oil. So they're doing that.
Ah,
So yeah, just to add
okay.
a bit of spice in the cooking class.
Oo. So, during this Holy Week, marami ka bang classes? What are your upcoming
Yes.
classes? People to.
You know what? We were supposed to like, oh, let's take a break naman. Kasi hindi rin madali gumawa ng recipes. Eh.
Oh,
So
nga,
I
I'm
have
sure.
to, I have to, I have to, I have to test those recipes. I have to shoot it, and then I have to standardize it, and then buy the ingredients. So it's a lot of work. So I go, let's take a break, and then this lockdown or this, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's a lockdown. So no one can
Oo.
get out, and everyone's texting her, "Chef, ano class mo? Ganyan, ganito." So okay, so because we were thinking people would start to travel by the Holy Week. I
Of
was
course.
told bookings in Boracay was hindi naman full capacity, but it was a lot. So I was
Oo.
already thinking na parang, oy, baka wala masyadong tao. So let's just, relax. And then yun yan, like a lockdown. And now we're doing a kids class on Wednesday. So all three of my kids are gonna teach it. We're
Ah,
doing simple things that kids love, but it's also nutritious. That's important to us. It's one of our
oo.
ethos. It has to be balanced and well and nutritious. And then yeah, we're doing a collab with Goya next Saturday.
Goya. Goya.
Yeah, Goya,
Uh,
the yung Spanish
the
olive
olive
oil.
oil.
Yeah.
Spanish olive oil. Okay. And then so what's next for in 2021 after Himpossible? I'm sure you'll continue Himpossible, but any other projects moving forward this year? Or what do
Yeah.
you think
Well,
will
I
happen
have a
this
few.
year?
It's difficult to predict that. God knows what will happen. Talaga. But I, I tell people I was asked to do a Big Brother talk to LaSalle Green Hills for the graduating class, who those who were
Mhm.
interested in culinary. So one of the things I told them, saying, no one knows the future. You need to be able to be adaptable. I mean, things change on the fly instead of just sitting there and I mean, I could have done that. I lost my job. It was my fault. I hate discovery or whatever. I could have just mopped and but we need to adapt and roll with the punches. So I'm not quite sure what 2021 will hold, but God's proven to be faithful even through this difficult times. So um, it's not that I'm not scared. Yeah, I'm not scared, but uh, I'm I just don't know what's going to happen. But I do know that God's been faithful for the past few years, so there's no reason for him to stop.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And what do you think? What did you tell those kids about the culinary profession? Is it still attractive ba for most people to get into
Yeah,
it? At least the graduating batch, no? What?
yeah. This was a graduating grad. I told them, F&B is difficult right now because close today you're close. Today you're open, tomorrow you're closed again. But again, I said you have to adapt. But the truth is, everyone wants to eat. Um,
Oo.
everyone has a birthday, everyone has a celebration, a anniversary they need to celebrate, and it's always marked with food. Hindi nawawala ang pagkain. So that food will always be on the table somewhere somehow, and someone has to cook it. So this is a minor setback to what's happening right now. But I tell them, uh, opportunities in the culinary are still there. As long as your heart's in it and you can be authentic to what you're trying to do and not just copy what other people are doing, then you belong in it and just do it.
Yeah. Are there a lot more entrepreneurial opportunities ba as a chef? Kasi parang
I think
recently,
so.
most chef nagiging corporate na rin eh, di ba? Or going
Yeah.
for a safer corporate. What's the future, yeah, mga restaurateurs or chefs going following this
I
path
think,
of
I'm not quite sure what's happening next year, but I think there will be new opportunities and you know, we study it long enough and good enough. I think we'll find those opportunities in the F&B and it will open more doors. That's what I believe. I don't know what exactly those opportunities are going to be, but things are certainly going to change. It's never going to be the same again. And so, with that, with that flip of, I know, there, there must be new opportunities. Uh, so I'm looking forward to see what those are and to be able to adapt right away. So
yes.
yeah.
Agree. All right. Thank you so much. So, where can they find the classes of
Okay,
Impossible?
yeah, our main communications or our storefront really is Instagram, our IG, and we also have
So
in
this
Facebook.
one.
So do please visit us. And tingnan nyo na rin yung Kusina Kapamilya. We're doing
Oo.
a collab with them. So they're using our recipes and they're turning it into ready-to-eat meals, frozen ready-to-eat meals. So there. Thank you, Anton and Rach. Thank you for our awesome planet for being interested with our story. And I want to share
Yeah.
lang, Anton, the name of the Impossible recipe.
Oo,
Yeah, this
yes.
is Casina Kapamilya.
Wait.
Yeah,
Sige, oo
actually,
nga. Bakit?
Spanky. Yan. I have to thank Spanky for that name because I was doing the class already, pero wala pang name, and I wanted to brand it in a way na parang would appeal to all family members. At the same time, kind of reflect me. But at the same
Ah,
time, it as a family when I discuss it with my kids, Impossible is a cute name, but it doesn't have a meaning. But so we discuss it. But the meaning behind it really is when we are going through that difficult situation of transitioning from being really comfortable with a corporate job and this, I think, all that, doing that, to all of a sudden, losing the job and being in a pandemic with this. And it was a reminder for us as a family that, although it's my name, it's impossible, but really it's with in Him, in God, all things are possible. So so as we keep doing this, it's a big reminder for us na, God's in control, and that with Him everything is possible.
Galing. Amen. Amen. Thanks,
Yeah.
Chef. Thanks for
Thank
sharing
you, thank you.
that story. Very, very inspiring. And uh, we attended a lot of online classes and nag-enjoy talaga si Rach dun sa class. Kasi it's kind of different. It's a whole meal. Kami nag-enjoy sa kain. si Rach,
Yes,
si
di
Rach
ba
ang
rin?
stress.
Sabi ko nga
Na-stress
kay
na
Rich, tumulong ba si Anton? Tumulong ba si Anton sa'yo? Hindi, tutulong din sa pagkain.
Oh, sarap ng green curry eh. So, yun,
We sent you those packs again.
oh,
Try it. Yun yung gawa ng Kusina Kapamilya.
oh, and then lalo na actually afterwards no, sumasarap yung green curry. The
Yes,
more
yeah, that's true. Parang adobo, no?
oo, oo, parang adobo. So, and kasi mahilig kami sa curry dito, pero yung the usual Filipino curry no, yung
Yeah.
the yellow
Yellow
ones.
curry.
The yellow curry. So this one was really good. All right. Thank you so much, Chef. Thank you to
Salamat.
those
Mabuhay kayo.
watching the live stream and watching in the replay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you, Chef. Bye bye.
Goodbye.